Hi, this is Sayla with Vega. Today I'm going to focus on the AI chat and different reasoning modes that are available to you. So in Vega, you can use instant for fast answers, thinking for deeper reasoning, or auto to let Vega decide for you between instant and thinking. But before I take you through a couple examples, I'm going to take a step back and review with you some important concepts in artificial intelligence and how we articulate them in Vega. So reasoning modes are just different ways of orchestrating an agent. And first, let me define what an agent is. To simply put it, an agent is made up of three building blocks. It's a model, plus a bunch of tools, plus a loop. And you will read the phrase agent almost everywhere online. You will hear it over and over again on TV, but that is the one true definition. The first building block, model, is a piece of software that understands language, and it understands the prompt and the context behind it to then transform it into a task for the agent. The second building block, tools, is a system that can take actions. For example, retrieve a data set. Final building block is the loop, and this allows the agent to repeatedly use its tools and continually take actions until the task is completed. So now every true agent is built on those same three building blocks, but every agentic system leverages a different suite of agents. So now let me show you what agents are available to you in Vega. Vega has a dozen of top-level agents, and I'm only just showing you 8 of them here. So a top-level agent might rely on sub-agents, like, for example, our research agent relies on the tax sub-agent to pull tax rules. Our CRM data agent has multiple sub-agents, and as you can see, we have a planning data agent, investment data agent, so much more. We even have a calculator in case you need to pull a very accurate math. But that's what today's video is really about, is how we orchestrate those agents and how you can use them in a way that they will talk to each other. So here's the first mode in Vega, and it is called instant. With the instant mode, the suite of agents is called only once. Each agent works independently. They will each produce one output and return it to the orchestrator, which is Vega. Then Vega combines the results and gives you a response. And that's it. So let me show you an example of this in Vega. And I'm going to come down to my different reasoning modes and select instant. And I'm going to ask Vega, what should I follow up on with my client, Ben Lewis? And send. So now, because we selected instant mode, Vega will look across its suite of agents one time and choose the ones that are most relevant to the query. And in this case, it's most likely to use the CRM data agent. And based on the status logs, you can see it's pulling from your past meeting notes and tasks with Ben Lewis. And it looks like it's pulling Dad's retirement account meeting, $30K transferred to Chase for Dad, so on and so forth. And the CRM data agent can take a little bit of time, but since we're in instant mode, it's only one single turn. And once Vega compiles everything together, it delivers the final answer. Now, let me take a step back again and show you how thinking mode differs from instant. Thinking mode allows Vega to apply its full agent system. Remember, models, tools, loops, across up to 5 turns. So Vega starts by reading the initial query and running its suite of agents once, but unlike instant mode, it doesn't immediately return a response. Instead, it reviews the results and decides if more analysis is needed. And if so, it can run those agents again up to 5 times. And with each turn, the previous results are fed back into the system, which allows the agents to build on each other's findings. And rather than instant, they would be working independently. So the process is slower, but it produces a deeper analysis and answers are grounded in more data. Now, let me show you a real example of this in Vega. And I'm going to come down here, select thinking, and ask Vega, what should I follow up on with my client, Ben Lewis, now? And send. And as the different activity statuses show, you can see this time it may take more time. For example, here it's doing some market research. And I'll give it a few more seconds and I'll come back as soon as Vega is done. All right, and looks like we're loaded. So as you can see, we've loaded much more information compared to instant mode. And it appears that during the first turn, Vega found an email showing that the client had purchased Microsoft stock. That insight came from the CRM data agent. And as thinking continued, other agents built on that information. And by sharing context across turns, Vega was able to identify a tax loss harvesting opportunity based on the stock price movement. So I'm going to explain that a little bit more clearly for you. And I'm just showing you a flowchart of what happened. So in the first run, the CRM data agent indicated that the Microsoft was bought in January. In the second run, that prompted the research agent to use our data partners like Bloomberg to retrieve the performance of the stock. Third run, the calculator was used. Finally, the suggested actions created a task in an email for you. And that's how thinking mode flows. Finally, our last mode is auto mode, and it's a very simple idea here, but auto mode allows Vega to decide for you between instant and thinking modes. So instant you use for speed, thinking use for depth, and auto will simply decide between them for you. And usually when you go to create a chat, auto will normally be selected, but if not, just click on and you're good to go. That's all for today. Thanks for following along.